is not just the Aryan Dravidian dogma, it is also about hiding a part or obscuring a part of history. They have did you do some research on how this 1000 years have been obscured in the name of Sandrakotas?
Yes, absolutely. So, if you read the works of Kota Venkatachalam, for example, he brings this out very well. So, he says in the early debates that these Britishers had, they wanted to find how does the history of India relate to the Western history. There's no relation. They could not find any relation. So, they wanted an anchor point. To find that anchor point, they looked at, there was a person called Megasthenes who was supposed to have visited India, and he wrote a work called Indica. That work is lost, but portions of that work survive in other texts, so they are using that. In that work, he referred to a ruler called Sandrakotas. So they tried to see who is this Sandrakotas. So they looked at the Purana king list, and they said phonetically, somebody called Chandragupta Maurya sounds close to Sandrakotas. So they made an anchor point saying Chandragupta Maurya, Sandrakotas, and we have got a relationship now. 300 BCE, this is a time frame for Sandrakotas, Chandragupta Maurya, and that's how we know relationship to Western history. There were some 3 kings mentioned, Ashoka's time, all these kind of things. The problem is, the Puranas have placed this Chandragupta Maurya 1200 years earlier. Almost 1000 years earlier. So there is a distortion that they introduced just by making such an anchor point. So the Purana king list earlier had perfect synchronism. Whether you take Nepal king list, Kashmir king list, Purana king list, everything had synchronism. Perfect agreement was there. After the British finished all these rearranging of the list, synchronism has been lost totally. Even today, we cannot reconcile the king list that history is telling us from the British history with our traditional history. So we can't do that because it's been totally lost. And they have labeled them as unreliable, corrupt, and all these kind of things.
మా వేకప్ ఇండియా .tv లేటెస్ట్ అప్డేట్స్ ముందుగా మీకు రావాలనుకుంటే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. అలాగే పక్కనున్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ ను క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఆల్, పర్సనలైజ్డ్, నన్ అనే ఆప్షన్స్ వస్తాయి. అందులో ఆల్ అనే ఆప్షన్ పై క్లిక్ చేయండి.